And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Good day, folks. My name is Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Boomerang, which if I throw it to you, well, it doesn't come back. But this is a roll and write game, which means well, that's not true. I was to say, it's like Yahtzee where you roll some dice and write things down, but there is no rolling. There's no dice in this game. This is a draft and write game where you have a handful of cards. You'll be picking one, passing them along, and trying to get the best possible score, all along with an Australian theme to it. Here's how it plays. Boomerang is a game for 2 to 4 players, and each player is going to be given a sheet off this pad. They're all the same. And you're going to be using a pile of cards here. You're going to take the cards and deal them out to each player, and each player is going to pick one of these cards as their throw card. So maybe I'll pick, I'll try 4, the King's Canyon, as my throw card. This card is secretly put down in front of you. And then for the rest of the round, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking a card from your hand, keeping it, and passing the cards around and drafting them. As you keep them, you'll place them like this in front of you, placing them face up. The very last card that comes to you is going to be your catch. Your catch needs to be higher than your boomerang throw, or equal to your boomerang throw. If it is, you will score this as points. So you could pick a really high number to get this, but then if I play a 6, I'm going to need to either have a 6 or 7 be my catch to be higher than my throw card. Now there's various ways you'll be scoring with these cards, all used on this sheet. First of all, each round of 5 rounds, you'll do this 5 times, you're going to see if you caught the boomerang and then how many points you get for doing that, the first card you played. Then you're going to add up the points on all the little green tokens that you have here. So here you can see I get 4 points, and you'll write that number here. The thing about that is the next round, you only score if you get more than the previous round. Otherwise, you get 0. Of course, if you get 0, then the next round, it's easier to score higher than that. Then you're going to look for pairs. You're going to look at the animals here, and if you have a pair of animals, this is not a very good round for me, but if I have 2 of the same animal, let's say I have 2 kangaroos here, I'm going to get a bonus of 3 points. And there are fewer animals of the ones that are worth more points in the set. Then I'll look at the activities that I've done. That's the blue. Wow, I have 5 swimming cards here. I'm going to choose a score for swimming. You can score for 1 activity per round. There's 5 rounds, so I have 5 of them. That's worth 10 points. For swimming, I'd write 10 here, and I can no longer score for swimming. And you're also going to mark off each location. So here's the King's Canyon, which is H. So I'd cross off H here in the orange section. I'd cross off each one of these if I haven't already crossed it off. If I'm the first person to cross off all 4 from the same region, I tell the other players, I'll circle the +3, and everyone else crosses off the +3. At the end of 5 rounds, you're going to get 1 point for every spot you visited, plus all the bonuses that you may have gotten. You'll add up all your catches. You'll add up all your collections from green things, all your pairs, and the different points you've gotten for activities, plus the points from the map come over here, and whoever has the biggest score is the winner. So here's an example of a scoring sheet. You can see this person did not do very well with their boomerang catches, but they did pretty well in collections. They got 3, then 8, then 11, but then they went back down to 0, then up to 7. And they scored very well for their swimming activity and some others, and they got a few bonuses on the board. To compare, this person here did much better on their catching, but did not do as well in the collecting and really poorly on their activities. But they still were higher than the first person. I point this out because this is me. But anyway, that's how you play. Boomerang comes in a small little box, which is fine. I'm not sure the cover is that eye-catching. Has some pencils that come with it. That's good. And a very thick score pad here. Of course, although these days I just laminate some sheets and use those, but you won't have to do that for a while, although you're going to go through several of these at a time. Here's my problem with this component part of the game. These are greatly designed cards. There's nice pictures, shows you where in the map it is, etc. But they're not good quality cards. And for a game where you're drafting, if you look here, you can already see that nicks are happening from this game. And so I just wish the cards had been better quality, because this is like the whole game. It's just these and the score sheets. That's my only major negative on the components. Other than that, let's get to my final thoughts. All right, so I knew it would come back. So that's Boomerang. So it's a, these roll and write, I'm going to call it roll and write, even though I know it's not roll. These games tend to get a little samey for me. I like them, and then remembering the differences can be tough. Because this one has drafting, I tend to like it more. I really enjoy the drafting. What's fascinating in this game is, and the very first round, everything is great. I take a card, it's going to do something good. The green points count. I might try to get doubles of the animals, maybe get a group of the activities together, and every location's cool. Round 2, I'm like, man, I already took that location. I could take it again, but now I don't get that extra point for it. Also, I'm trying to get to these locations filled before Bob does, because Bob's going to score those bonus 3 points. Oh, me or Bob, and then, Sally manages to beat both of us at it. So there's that kind of, what do I want to get? And especially, there's the platypus, which is worth 9 points if you get a pair of it, but there's 2 platypuses in a deck. Or the one that's worth 7 points, there's only 3 of those. So you might not even see those. My tendency is to take a pair and put it down as my throw card, but then that's usually a higher number. Maybe the throw won't work. The throw is kind of a funky thing. You can deliberately pass a low card to the person after you so that their throw messes up, but maybe they weren't banking on the throw anyway, and should I really pass them a card that could be useful to me in other ways? So there's like 5 pieces of information on each card, so when you're drafting a card, you're thinking about several things. But it doesn't really drag the game down either. I was a little concerned about that, saying, oh man, all these things to think about. No, there is a lot to think about, but it's not a grinding to a halt type game. So overall, Boomerang is a game that I enjoyed. Like I said, I like drafting. I like the writing aspect of the game. It's a fun one. Check it out. Dice Tower Judgment approved.